everybody. Konnichiwa and welcome to Top Class Tokyo, a weekly weeb podcast about life in Japan and the collision of Asian and American culture. I am your host, Kim Sensei, English teacher by day and by night, podcaster extraordinaire, broadcasting to you from Tokyo, Japan. Joining me today is my lovely co-host from sunny LA, Justine.
Hello, friend.
Hello. Yes, so you mentioned Demon Slayer today. Let's talk about some Demon Slayer today, because I feel like yes, and there's a fresh new episode out today.
11,
so
right?
I haven't 11. Yes, I have not yet watched 11.
Girl,
but I watched up to 10, and I am all caught up.
I literally watched it right before we recorded.
All right, so you're.
I was like, please.
You are super hyped for Demon Slayer today. Yes, let's talk about Demon Slayer. What do you have to say about Demon Slayer? Because I have some like overall things to say about Demon Slayer, but maybe since you just watched the episode, you have a fresher view of it. So what's going on?
I think in terms of the Demon Slayer animation versus AOT animation, there's that beef about how I feel that in relation to Attack on Titan manga art translated into the anime versus Demon Slayer manga art translated into the anime, Demon Slayer has done so much better job at making the animation look like super good and pretty and aesthetic for like all these this whole season is all fight scenes. And it's like, God, it's so beautiful for all fight scenes. I'm just like, yes, this is where my money is going. Pretty sure they're abusing all these animators, but it's beautiful. Keep doing it.
It's their blood, sweat, and tears that are being poured into this episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this has been, I feel like we're like coming over onto the other side of this huge like climactic fight scene arc. Because spoiler alert, if you haven't seen up to episode 10, don't listen to this episode. Go watch up to episode 10. They fightin'. So they finally have beheaded the brother and sister demons in episode 10. And I'm assuming episode 11 is going to kind of be like the aftermath and like, you know, sort of resolving these things. I'm not actually sure how many episodes there are in this season, so I'm assuming not too many more. Maybe we're coming up on the finale.
11.
So
After
yeah, because I'm like, how can they end on an even higher note than what we just saw? Because that, I'm so blown away by the quality from season 1 to season 2, and it's just like maintained this insanely high level of storytelling as well as art and animation, where I feel like.
Sorry.
Yeah?
I was gonna say, I know why their art is so good. Okay. Go for it.
Whereas I feel, in comparison to AOT, Attack on Titan, it was really uneven for me. Because I feel like the manga is shaky in the storytelling as well as the art, and that kind of, I don't know, damages or like holds the quality back in the anime too. But yes, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I know why the animation is so good for season 3. It was because fucking season 2 was a wash. Season 2 was just a fucking movie. Again, it gave them time to crunch out season 3.
Yeah, that's actually what I meant when I... That's actually what I meant when I say season 1 of Demon Slayer and season 2 of Demon Slayer, because I don't really count the Mugen Train arc as season 2. I just consider that a standalone... Like, not a standalone movie, because it does happen within the same timeline. You kind of have to watch it in order. But I don't really count it as a season since it was a theatrical release in theaters. Yeah. So it's not really like a weekly serialized like episode to me, like episodic season to me. So because it was a movie. So when I say Demon Slayer season 1, I mean the actual season 1. And then if I slip up, I really mean entertainment arc for what I think of as like the second season. But yeah. Demon Slayer. Let's talk about some Demon Slayer. Can we talk about Zenitsu?
God.
My best boy, Zenitsu. I was actually curious to see how many episodes he's been asleep for, and I had to keep going back and back, and I'm like, he has not been awake since episode 3. He has not been awake in episode 3.
Not gonna lie, I like him more when he's asleep.
I know, and that's the fucking point. That's the fucking point. Oh my god, Zenitsu, best boy. He's better when he's asleep. That's so funny. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like they're gonna keep him unconscious as long as possible because he's just, I'm sorry, but he's so annoying when he's awake. But like, which is what makes it so good when he's asleep, because it's like, if he was like this all the time, I feel like it would kind of just make him even more of like an annoying person, just because of like how cool he is. But the fact that he has to be unconscious in order to be this badass is so funny to me.
Narcolepsy for the win.
And honestly, let me tie this back into like our past episodes where we were talking about like 90s nostalgia. That I realized that this is actually a trope, and the only other time I've seen a character like this is Steve Urkel from Family Matters.
Wait.
Do you have any? Oh my god!
I remember no reaction. Steve Urkel. Is that when he gets all like cool during one of the prom episodes?
Not even like prom episodes. He does this in multiple episodes. Like for those young like Gen Z babes who are listening to this podcast and have no idea what I'm talking about. There was a 90s TV show about a black family, middle class family. Dad is a cop. The daughter is this girl named Laura. They have an annoying neighbor named Steve Urkel, who is this super nerd, very like super genius, awkward kind of person, and he's always inventing things and coming over, and he's super in love with the daughter Laura. And one day he comes over and he invents this machine that is basically like the Captain America machine, where he like walks into this booth and he's like a nerd when he walks in, but he walks out like a god. You know what I mean? So he becomes like Steve Urkel, and he has this like transformation. So yeah, like that's I don't know of any other characters that have this sort of like super geek to like Superman sort of transformation, and it's so hilarious just to see the contrast between those two characters, and it just makes it better, all the better, more better, because Zenitsu has literally no idea what's going on. I wonder how he's gonna wake up, and like because he's unconscious, I wonder how, if at all, it's going to progress like his character development at all, you know, because it's like how can a person grow if they're not awake, right? And then like, is he actually going to change? And if not, then he's like forever destined to be like this side piece kind of character who's just always there for like comedic relief, which is fine. But I just want the best things for my best boy, my best boy Zenitsu. So, shout out to Zenitsu, the new school Steve Urkel. Yeah. Okay. So, slam dunk for Entertainment Arc District, A+++. And I feel like even when you mentioned like special effects and like fight scenes for in comparison from Demon Slayer to Attack on Titan, I feel like they have two different approaches to their fight scenes as well. Because with Demon Slayer, since it's so focused on like traditional martial arts and like hand-to-hand combat with a little bit of like magic thrown in, I feel like it makes it a lot more real and exciting to watch because it's a lot more relatable. Whereas with Attack on Titan, it's much more like high concept and they're just flying around on wires and like slashing things in the air. And
pew, pew,
the
pew,
things
pew,
that
pew.
yeah, and the things that the giants that they're fighting, the Titans, are such like mythical kind of creatures that I feel like you're almost watching. Well, you are watching like a disaster movie, you know, with like
Godzilla,
it's a
people form.
yeah, it's literally a kaiju movie. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's more like watching like a Michael Bay kind of style, like big explosions type of thing. So yeah, different styles. So whatever. I guess it also, you know, kind of depends on your preference. Which one do you prefer? But for most people, I would say that Demon Slayer is a lot more accessible. So yeah, A+, stunning, like standing ovation for the season's not even over, but yeah.
What about between Demon Slayer and Arcane? Which one would scale higher?
Oh god, that's like
see how they're both kind of mid season type of thing.
Honestly, Arcane for me is gonna take it, because even though Demon Slayer, I don't know, that's so tough, because Demon Slayer surprisingly has very little filler. I'm just gonna have to go with Arcane because of the Mugen Train arc, because of what a weird pacing I guess that was, for like kind of trying to pass the movie off as a season when it really wasn't. But even though it was released as a movie, they didn't write it like a movie. It didn't have like a single climax. It felt like watching 3 back-to-back episodes in the theater. And so I feel like I'm gonna have to give it to Arcane, because Arcane knew what it was all the way through, and it did not miss. Yeah,
I agree with that. I feel like Arcane dragged me in more in terms of let's go into the Wikipedia hell of all that is League of Legends. So yeah, I agree with Arcane.
But which is completely unnecessary, because you don't need to know anything about League of Legends to enjoy Arcane.
But I want to. That's how good the poll was.
It would make it even more confusing because of how non-aligned I feel like some of the characters are with what has happened previous to the movie, or not movie, but previous to Arcane. So yeah, definitely Arcane is like S tier, a league above Demon Slayer, because I feel like Demon Slayer, we can only compare Demon Slayer to other animes, and other animes are just not as good. You know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't have the same level of production value as Arcane does, and same level of care. Where Arcane spent an entire year's worth of production time on a single season, rather than, you know, an actual like quarter of a year, a season dedicated to, maybe even half a year to a season of anime. So I feel like that constraint also is kind of making it an unfair comparison, but just judging from final product, you know, you have to give it to Arcane.
Noted.
My important anime opinions. Agree, disagree. Comment below. But yes, I do have one more anime recommendation to make. One anime that I have been absolutely sleeping on this season. And actually, I don't know why I didn't. I had the wrong impression, actually. That's what happened. I had the wrong impression of what this story was actually about, and that was why I hadn't gotten around to watching it. So, My Dress Up Darling. Have you heard of this one?
Nope.
Okay, on Crunchyroll, My Dress Up Darling. It's originally I thought it was about this popular high school girl meets loser high school boy, and he has this big secret that he likes dressing up in cosplay and crossplaying. I thought that was the story, which it is not. So I was totally mistaken, and that's why I kind of gave it a miss. But I finally like heard so many other people talking about it and just saw so many like amazing reviews that I gave it a chance, and I was like, I totally misread the little info like description about it. So what is actually the story is that popular high school girl meets loser high school boy who comes from a family of doll makers, and they make these traditional Japanese dolls, and it's a like family what do you call it, tradition that's been passed down through generations, and he's working on inheriting the family business, but at this point he can only make the clothes for the dolls. And this popular girl discovers that he's really good at making clothes, and she's super into cosplaying, or she wants to be able to cosplay, because she is really obsessed with hentai games, and she wants to cosplay her favorite hentai girl. So it reminds me of Wotakoi, because it's like this really cute love story romance that sort of happens between them. But I feel like I like it more than Wotakoi and a lot of these other, like, not slice of life, but like romance kind of animes, because of how it balances the lewd with the wholesome. And I feel like it does both so well. So I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. There's only like 5 episodes out so far, and each and every single one of them has been great. Like, yeah, it's super strong. One of the best animes I've seen in a while.
I've seen the screenshots of the main character.
Yes, I've seen her everywhere.
Cute. Yeah,
I know, this blonde chick with big boobs, and I'm like, I cannot like get away from her. She is everywhere on my timeline, like, and I was just like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. So yeah, it did not disappoint. It was really good. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the series.
It's the same animation company as Darling in the Franxx, Persona.
Really?
Yeah, their production company is Cloverworks.
Cloverworks. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say with 5 episodes already, it's even better than Darling in the Franxx. I never even finished Darling in the Franxx, but yeah, like this story has been so well written that it's already like, if it had to end at 5 episodes, it's already better than Darling in the Franxx.
They also did Fairy Tail, Promised Neverland, Fate Grand Order.
Okay, Promised Neverland. Okay, they are super amazing then. No wonder it's like quality.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a pretty solid studio. All right, I'm down.
Yeah.
The animation isn't gonna be poop.
No, it's beautiful animation, and it's so amazing to watch because it is set in the real world in Tokyo, and they go to Ikebukuro, and I'm like so happy to see like
I know this
all
place.
of these really familiar. I know, and I'm like, wait, that's me, and I'm like, that's where I go. Oh my god!
The anime store.
Like, yeah. Yes, all the anime stores. They go to all the anime stores, and I feel like that's another part of what makes this series so great, is that it's such an amazing like love letter to anime fans, that in this character Marin, you can see like what fandom is really like, and how fun it is to just be a part of like the cosplay community, the anime community. So like they go to a cosplay meetup and it's so cute. So you need to watch it. It's amazing.
Okay. Without any of the shade of you didn't make your own costume. That's super rampant in like early days of cosplay in America.
That is, I know, but like I feel like it's become the norm for cosplayers to not make their own costume now. That it's kind of like almost surprising to know that a cosplayer has made their own costume now. Mm-hmm. So I don't put it past them because people, you know, not everyone is gonna have amazing like sewing skills. And like there's more to, I feel like there is more to cosplay than just wearing a costume, you know, because it's makeup, it's also like role playing and acting and interacting with other people as that character. So there's acting involved, and you know, it's all fun. So I mean, you know, who cares?
I'm so glad we're over that gatekeeping arc of cosplay, and you just can do it because you want to do fun things and be cute and shit.
Yeah.
But that's cute. I think I'll watch it. I'll just have to find it and binge through it, or find someone who has Crunchyroll and be like, hey, I have a friend that has Crunchyroll. Okay, I'm gonna go visit them.
All right. Yes, perfect recommendation for your Valentine's Day week/weekend. So
I was being such a lazy shit. I was like, I'm gonna make some Oreo truffles and give them to my friends. And then it was like allergies plus me being lazy, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna do nothing. So I did not do anything in preparation for Valentine's Day. But oh well.
Oh well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. This is actually, we put out a Valentine's Day episode last week because it was pre-Valentine's. But actually we are recording on Valentine's Day, actually today. But this will go out later this week, so it's still Valentine's Day.
No, it's happy sports ball day. It's sports ball today. Is there a Super Bowl today?
Oh, America!
Go sports!
Go sports!
I'm just happy because it's the Rams playing, and I'm just like, oh, that's LA. Oh, that means I have to be happy because it's my town.
Well, okay. Yes, go Rams. I'll root for the Rams.
Yeah. And they're actually having the game in LA.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm just like sick, checking out the new SoFi Stadium. It's gonna be a clusterfuck, going nowhere near that place. But that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'd like to end the episode here. So finally, we'd like to end with some Q&A. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or requests for topics you'd like to hear more about, please reach out to us on our social media at Top Class Tokyo on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Send us an email at topclasstokyo@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't think I actually gave My Dress Up Darling a grade, but A+. 5 episodes, A+. Thank you, class. Class is dismissed. Do your homework, go watch My Dress Up Darling. Bye, everybody. Class dismissed.
Okay, bye! What?